What's your best piece of advice for young people who are thinking about having kids?
Birth control.
I like you. So why is it so expensive to raise kids?
Well, it's a challenge on so many levels. How much time am I going to be able to take off? How much is it going to cost for the childcare? Where are we going to live that's going to be affordable and where we have enough space? And then there's the big question of what college is going to cost.
So what's your biggest piece of advice for people who want to have kids?
You got to make plans, right? And plans are hard to do, particularly in this context. There are not a lot of paid family leave laws. 12 weeks is all you get guaranteed. They might give you a little bit longer if you want, but again, no pay.
Oh, no pay?
No pay. So that's the thing, right? So if you've got to think about this ahead of time. And that's just the beginning of the plan. There's big questions around childcare, right? Who's going to take care of the kid? It's another policy question, right? Because we have no national childcare policy. We have no guaranteed paid childcare. So that's the first couple of years. And then there's longer term stuff, right? You got to figure out where you're going to live, what kind of school for this kid, public or private. How much is it going to cost to live in the place with the good public schools?
I'm not even a parent, and just listening to all this stuff makes me wish you had something stronger than seltzer water.
It's a little early in the morning, but we could hook you up.
Now, for the people who don't even know where to start, how do they make this plan?
I think, first of all, you need to know what you're spending yourself. Not everybody does. They don't pay a lot of attention to what's on their debit card statement or how much debt they're in. They're just making the minimum payment. So know what you're spending. Is that more than you're taking in? If it is, then you probably got a problem and you need to cut back. Number two is know what the new expenses are going to be if you decide to become a parent. Ask people who have done it already and ask them what was surprising and what tips that they would have. And then I think the third thing, as always, is what are the things that make you happy that you spend your money on, and what are the things that you could sort of do without?
There's some mothers that might not know for a little while, then they all of a sudden, oh, I'm pregnant. What could those people do?
So if you haven't made much of a plan and it's sort of the last minute, first of all, ask for help.
Okay, who do they ask?
If you're lucky enough to have family that's still alive, that's still in the picture, you can ask them for help and they will give you breaks. They might even, provide some of the childcare or all of the childcare in the first year. Some grandparents live for that.
Yes.
That's their retirement hobby. If you don't have family nearby, you're gonna have to think about, all right, well, how can we lower our living costs or make more money to make all of this work? So, you cut back where you can, but really the most dramatic way to cut back is to leave your expensive place and go to a cheaper place.
Ron Lever, drop the mic on that.
How about the baby's keys? Drop those keys.
Hey man, thank you so much for being a part of this.
It's our pleasure.
Much appreciated.
All right.